Welcome to the server Best Pilots third season, third edition on June 2025. It is a 4v4 standard rule set once again. There is one difference though. You're allowed a gunner this time, gamers. So if we see something up there like a TIE aggressor, that actually might be turreted this time. We're not flying empty turrets necessarily today. There are two teams that are spawning a gunner. We're gonna go over the teams first. I'm not gonna spend too much time on the rules because they're the same as last time for the most part. However, I do want to clarify it is a round robin format, so everyone's going to fight everyone at least once, and they're going to be scored on points. And whoever has the most points by the end will be the winning team. Just because you won the previous one, though, doesn't mean you're going to win this one. How do I know? You might get bullied in the next tournament because people don't want you to win the next one in a row. You all know who I'm talking about because you sure don't let him forget it. Either way, let's take a look at our teams today. We have 9 teams. First one is actually one of our teams supporting a gunner. These names are largely going to be their in-game character names, by the way, so some of you may know them as different names on Discord or somewhere else, or vice versa. But we definitely have Vavik up here with a gunner. I think Spats is the gunner on that one, but the way the scoring works for the gunners is killing a ship with a gunner is worth 2 points. Think of a point is worth a body. One body is worth 1 point. So if you're in a fight and you take out one ship and then the other team's annihilated, but that one ship was the one with the gunner, boom. Gunners' names aren't listed, only pilots? Oh, wow. Okay, well then we have a lot of free body. Damn, we have a 5th body in there. Gunner's getting no credit then. I guess that makes it easier to track. All right, well, Vavik's gonna have an aimbot in his turret seat. That's all I'm gonna know. At least the gunners didn't need a buy-in, but Vavik is going to be rocking. Looks like TIE aggressors. So that's what I'm talking about. We're going to see an Aggie up there with a gunner. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. And let's take a look at the other gunner. Yeah, there's your Y-Wing. Sorry, I looked at your name down here, and I'm like, wait a second. Vasuna's got an Aggie. Vavik's got a Y-Wing. Dookie would approve of the Y-Wing. Speaking of which, Dookie's in the tournament. What's Dookie flying? Dookie, what are you flying? Whoa, Ricks? Well, we saw a lot of Ricks' last tournament. We know we can load them up heavy and do a lot of hit and runs on them. But yeah, we have 9 full teams here. So this should be exciting. I guess plus 2 gunners in total. We have Incon participating once again, the tournament organizer. Thank you everyone to Incon. He's put a lot of front of his own time and in-game credits up for this one, as everyone else had to do buy-ins to participate, except the gunners, apparently. They got a free ride, but they get to have some good time shooting. Which, I guess, Incon's got to come out in the Star Viper and show everybody what an expensive ship it is. I'm already seeing some defenders. So, in the first tournament, we saw a lot of Ixies. In the second tournament, we saw quite more of a show up of, hilariously, Dune Lizards. We're seeing a little bit more spread here. Someone's rocking the B-Wing. Who's out here in the B-Wing? Tyrell? What a hero. Sorry for blasting you last week in space, but thank you for coming out on the B-Wing. Love to see that. Any other B-Wing's pretty out-of-pocket pick just because it's such a large vessel with a strange hitbox, and you need some practice because it's one of those ship chassis that has blasters offset, so there's a little bit of a compensation that goes on, but you can load that thing up. It definitely needs to be supported, which it looks like they have a team to do so with Ricks, V-Wing, and Ty. So that should be a good one. We also do have multiple judges with us today. Thank you, Momo, for helping judge. Thank you, Ryan, again, for assisting, and anyone else who may be assisting as one of Incon's employees that he's paying with in-game credits, not real money transactions. I know in trouble here, okay? Any other chassis that we didn't see last time? We definitely haven't seen a B-Wing last time. We got a second B-Wing in here? Whoa. Who else is in the B-Wing? Norgol? Let's go. 2 B-Wings. Oh, wow. We're gonna have some fights today. For sure. Wait. We got the Booty Hunter and Grievous's ship? Wow. Sorry, I looked at it. I'm like, I can't remember the name for the life of me right here. We do see an Arc out here. No gunner in it, though. Slayer is whipping out the Arc. All right. Slayer ran the advanced X-Wing, I think, both last tournaments. So this is definitely a nice mix up here. Not taking the gunner though. And Slayer and Kurt on the same team. Who made these teams? Going on the Nebulon, gonna be hungry up there, chasing people down. Supported by a Havoc and a Vaxi. Wow. Let's see who else we have up here. Yeah, and the booty. So assisting Slayer and Kurt, you got Eon and Rough Rider. The Booty Hunters got. Oh, sign on. You guys love your ducks, your space ducks. Norgal and Ya, which they're all rocking again. We got a B-Wing up there. Heavy Z95 looks like a Dune Lizard. And on AJ Ancient Jedi's team, is going to be in game as Freebird, Craig, Viper, Spicer, another strong team there. Which of course you could identify Craig without looking. You know it's the TIE Bomber. Oh, assisted by TIE Fighter, Heavy Sick, I'm guessing, and then the Jedi Starfighter. See who else do we have up here today? We got Aenema with Vabik with that gunner in the Y-Wing, Maddie and Weeza, and they're going to be flying the TIE Defender, Y-Wing, Vaxi, and V-Wing. Lots of V-Wings up here again. I guess everyone had a lot of excitement with that last time. We got Cogig, Rorak, Nokisa, and Dookie up there in Heavy X-Wing, Dune Lizard, Royal Guard Interceptor, and the Ricks, Arheim, Div, Necram, and Anabop. Arheim coming up with that Ixie again. If it's not broken, don't fix it. Star Viper to show Incon who's got the cooler Star Viper. Got an A-Wing and a standard X-Wing. Zuppy's up here, also in their signature Ricks. Zuppy loves the Ricks. Tyrell, Weedybot, and Ushio. With the Ricks, B-Wing, TIE, and V-Wing all together. Very cool. And then Incon's team, of course, with Connie, I Spy, and Ify with Star Viper, standard X-Wing, V-Wing, and the Defender. And then, of course, as we talked about at the beginning, Telios with a Vasune, who has a gunner, and that TIE Aggressor. Beefy and Spats flying the Defender. And TIE Aggressor, I think that's the Carax, like the standard one, not the Vaxi, and then the Torrent. Wow, you got Torrent Spats? Dang. Someone's in deep space. But let's move over. But it looks like we're off here for our first round. Team Hack versus Team Aenema. Looks like we're going in with the X-Wing at home, aka Gotham up there, their team lead. It looks like we're coming in fast and hot. Two TIE Defenders already duking it out. Already seeing some explosions here. Gotham taking some hits to the back. Running low on shields already getting eaten into that armor. Looks like they're trying to get somebody to peel them off of them right now as they have that cracks right on their tail, which I believe is Beefy. Beefy's also their first appearance here in the tournament. Look like Spats is getting chased down, though. As well, doing a really good job of holding out here. Oh, looks like that Y-Wing just bit the dust, though. Oh, nope, that was actually the Torrent. Spats is out of it. That's -1 from Team Hack here. And it looks like Gothama's team's doing a great job of hanging in there so far. Looks like we have quite the close fight going on so far. Let's see if we can get a different perspective here over on the second camera. Where we see Hack, who's rocking a little bit better shield than Gothama was when we last looked, but having a hard fight. We could zoom in here. Really doing their best to hang on here, despite being down some teammates. They have at least 2, 3 people chasing them right now. Hack really holding on, showing us how to whip that Defender around. But that's it for Hack. Going back to Gothama here and the other TIE Defender on the other team. It looks like Gothama's team has the advantage right now. Gothama flying out to turn around on him. Barely holding on with any armor left, but systems are okay. Hack's team might have been a few unlucky weapon rolls away from really punishing Gothama here. Beefy doing a great job of holding in, it looks like. Oh, another one down, though. And it looks like that might be it. Looks like that is a win. Almost. Nope. Someone's still hanging in there. Man, someone is in there like a maniac right now. Oh, that might have been it. No? You guys are crazy. Look at you. We check out Weezer here. Weezer in the V wing. Not even touched. As Gothma gets taken out. These are some fierce fights going on right now. A very long first match. We could also see Vasune here in the TIE Aggressor. Looks like this is a 2v1 here. Weeza actually taking some hits now. They're going way out there though. They're bye-bye. They're leaving. Oh, Weeza gone. My goodness. Looks like that might be it though. There we go. That was a really close fight. Speaking of doing this, it looks like we're going in. And I told you we watched Zuppy here at the fight. Or maybe, yeah? Zuppy's waiting, turning around, gonna try and do a hit and run on somebody here. It's coming in, coming in. Yeah. Very cautious entry. Already taken some big hits, though. Oh, Zuppy's already eating it. Zuppy's gone. And it looks like part of that was Yaya was hot on their tail there. Flying straight up, down. We've seen some intense fights going on already in this match. Zuppy getting out immediately is unfortunate. That's what one of the risks you run running one of these big chassis. Makes you a big target. But Tyrell's B-Wing is still in there. I can see it. Very iconic shape there. It's hard to miss. Ushio's V-Wing's also having a tough time here. Already down to 50% on the chassis. It might be pulling off over to the side there. But we can definitely see Yaya getting in there. Haven't even taken a hit yet. See if we can get yeah, they pulled off. They took too much damage, it looks like. We can see that Sinon is doing a really good time here in the Dune Lizard, also not having taken a hit, chasing down fiercely right now. Dune Lizard's putting up really good performances in the previous tournament, so I'm not surprised seeing skilled pilots take them up once again. Can be a serious chassis in the right hands. Seeing some other quests going on in the fight area, but that happens. Speaking of what's happening, though, is we got the Booty Hunter out here in the Bellabub. Also not taking a hit. Way out there, though. Let's see if we can get a little bit closer here. It's like our closest look here is Xenon right there. Oh, and they bite it as soon as we come over. Taking out, it looks like one of the TIE fighters. Might be it for Team Zuppy, it looks like. Is that a clean sweep? I think it was. But it looks like we're underway here. Ivy goes in hot in the TIE Defender. Already having a massive fight. Oh, someone is taking a heavy hit there. But that was Ivy down to 50 shields on one side and already eaten to the armor. spinning around. iFace out of here. Switch over here. See how I Spy is doing in that V-Wing. He's taking some shield hits. It looks like the enemy TIE Defender's taking a few hits, which should be hack. Oh, we see another ship just bite the dust there on the left side. I've been right out of camera frame there. I Spy is not giving that aggressor any room, though, to breathe. It should be Vasune, who has a gunner. Looks like they were focused forward. With Connie over here, who we're looking at right now, continuing to chase down, having taken some shield damage. Switching over to I Spy quickly, as we can see them going around these space Cocoa Puffs, as we like to call them. Getting some shield flares on that torrent, which would be Spats, who's now trying to fly out, turn around. Trying to get a shot on him here. Oh, unfortunately gets eaten right there by that X-Wing. It looks like now they are dogging down, I believe that's Vasune's aggressor. It's like this might be 1v3 situation. Coming up close here with I Spy. Oh, that might be it there. That aggressor finally got down to their systems there and took a lot of damage. Looks like that is a win for Team Incon. It looks like we're off. See if Arheim could get anything on the start here. Nope, slows down behind the rock, slows down, going for Craig, it looks like. Misses, turns around, tries to whip it around on Craig. Chasing them down. Going in hot right now. Speaking of Craig, let's see if Craig's angle. Craig's actually taking some hits. Shield's already at half, hitting into the armor. Looks like we've already lost somebody. Somebody is out of there already. It's a very dangerous brawl to be in the middle of. A lot of heavy ships, a lot of slugging going on, but these light fighters coming in and not giving any breaks as well. Coming over Necrom in the A-Wing, up close here, chasing down the enemy TIE, getting in behind it. TIE trying to spin around on them, get a snapshot on them, misses. That A-Wing's a small hitbox, but that A-Wing just took a hit. Shield's already at half, Shield's at 34. Already taking armor, another player down. You can see here, Arheim up close in that Ixie, just biting the dust there as I switched over. Craig out here in the TIE Bomber, turning around for an angle. Fight's still going on. It looks like this might be a 1v4. Oh no. Necrom is out of there. It looks like that is a clean sweep for Ancient Jedi's team. Speaking of going on, looks like we're going in right now. Here's Shepard Mass Effect, aka Beefy, coming in that Crix. Carax had a good showing in the first start here. Already dogging people down. Seeing, ooh, somebody's already out of it. Ooh, Tyrell actually just bit it as well. Zuppy, though, trying to get some breathing room here, but is not being allowed any. And it looks like Team Zuppy here is having a hard time with Team Hack, taking out some of their heavy hitters very quickly. It's down to the more light and medium class fighters on the team. We do have ship restrictions. You can't just stack your team full of B-Wings, unfortunately. So we have some balancing going on there as we see another TIE fighter get taken out. There's a closer perspective on the fighting going on down here. Beefy again, first appearance in the tournament, doing an excellent job. Looks like that might be it for this round. It looks like Team Hack had a clean sweep there of Team Zuppy. They certainly did. That was a fierce fight right off the start. Being a base, here we go. Here's Rorok coming in with that Dune Lizard. Check over Maddie here in the backside, coming around, trying to get a shot here as everyone's still fighting pretty close to the start. Ooh, looks like Vavix in the Y-Wing just got bit. Now, these teams are afraid of those turreted ships, because that's an extra gun that can shoot you from a lot of different angles. So just like heavy ships, like Zuppy's Rix, that's getting some shots right now from Maddie laid into it, you're also afraid of those turreted vessels. So those also become priority targets. And there goes Zuppy, taken out by Maddie there. Maddie not taking a hit yet. Maddie trying to get an angle here. Ooh, Vorak just taking it right now. Coming over here to Weeza. In the V-Wing, who is not taking any hits either. But it looks like that might be a win for Team Aenema. Yep, sure is. Both teams taking losses there, so a close match. Looks like we're off. Vasune coming in here on the aggressor, again, with the gunner, slowing down behind the meatball. Trying to come up behind. Some people already taking some hot shots there. Speaking of which, here's Arheim. Is not taking a hit yet, looks like, coming around. Get a really clear shot of Spade Bop here with Yavin Prime in the background. You can see how these pilots are jostling, which it looks like Vasune there just took some shield hits down to 50, 60% armor. Get a close-up shot right here. Vasune turning around, trying to get an angle for that gunner. Gunner laying down some pressure there. You can see that. Ooh, looks like the defender is out of here, which I believe was Hack. Vasune trying to get some angles for their gunner on Arheim there. Arheim down to 50 shields and armor, but not wanting to let up the pressure. You don't want to forget about either of these pilots. Both very dangerous. Arheim taking a hit, though. Down to half. Already got hit in the systems. Spadebop also looking weak. Half shields, half armor. Systems down. And it looks like they got Vasune, though. They did not give Vasune any room there to get any more angles in her shots. Arheim chasing somebody down. Ooh, just slugging them out. And that's what you fear. That's what we're talking about. When the big ship like an Ixie's got lock on you, you just get peppered. But we're coming back in. Arheim to support their teammate who looks like they were in a duel here. Ooh, taking out another one. Arheim on a killing spree here. Their teammate providing the distraction they needed to come in and get a clear shot and help them out. And it looks like that might be a win for Team Arheim. Sure is. It looks like we might be getting underway here at location 1. Ooh, Gothma just eating Rough Rider alive immediately there. You can see Kurt coming by in the N1. Turning around, looking for a target. Already taking a hit there on their shields, but armor is fine, so we're still in it. No sweating for Kurt. He's coming in. It's coming in hot. Coming around on Gothama. Gothama taking some hits. Kurt out for blood, though. As always. Not going to give any room for anyone to breathe. Looks like Vavix Y-Wing is still in this, though, with that gunner. Again, something to be very aware of if you're going up against. Doing a great job of handling that bread box. Zoom here a little slightly. We can see, again, Kurt not giving them room. Having taken some shield damage, taking some armor damage as well. As the fight begins to spiral a little outward. But we can get another shot, close-up shot here of Gothama. Has taken a hit, but still holding on. And it looks like just taking somebody out from Team Slayer. Again, Kurt hasn't taken a hit since we last checked in with him. Those N1s are difficult to hit. And Kurt definitely has a lot of experience flying this ship. But taking some hits there. And there goes Kurt. Let's go back to Gothama, who I believe that is a clean sweep. Team Aenema. And it sure is. But with that, we're going in. Let's take a look at Valak here. Turning out in that advanced X-Wing to get a shot from around me outside. You see Dookie up here in the Ricks, up close. Fight's coming in hot. Let's move over to Hack and the TIE Defender. Already taking a few hits. Dookie as well. Dookie taking some shield flares there. Valk not looks so good out either. All three of her perspectives already taking some hits here as they fight in the middle. Dookie here in the Ricks turning around. Getting chased right now. Trying to whip that big ship around and get a nice hit there on the backside of what looks to be Vasune in the TIE Aggressor. Let's come up closer here again with Hack. And it looks like Valak just bit the dust there. And it looks like Dookie just bit the dust as well. Not looking good for Team Cogig here. Already down 2 pilots as Hack turns around, who's already taken substantial damage on their ship, though. Pilots is duking it out, though. Hack not letting it happen, though. As we can see a wider angle here from Vasune, and the TIE Aggressor is actually not taking a hit yet. Turn around, slugging. Oh, we just lost another one. Oh, looks like the Dune Lizard's out now. It's Rorak. Go back to Vasune. That might be the end of it. Looks like so. It looks like Team Hack's pulling out the W there. Having cleared Team Cogig. That was quite the back and forth there for a little bit. But we're starting out. Incon going into the Star Viper. Already picking some targets here. Ooh, already down a Dune Lizard. Incon out taking names. You can see here, McCarbon Daka just biting in that B-Wing, trying to get some air there, but couldn't come up. Connie doing hot in that X-Wing. Trying to fly around, get an angle. But up close here, we see, again, Incon in the Star Viper. Getting chased down right now. But doing their best, his best to stay in there. As we have the booty hunter himself here. In the Bellabub. Already taking some shield damage and some armor. But not want to give Team Incon any free shots. Come back to Connie here in the X-Wing. Turn around at the top of the screen there. Ooh, looks like we just lost the booty hunter. Cermic's Dungeon. That might be it, though. It looks like that might be a win for Team Incon. Unless Yaya's hiding out there somewhere. Nope, looks like they got Yaya, too. All right, that is a win for Team Incon. Looks like it's a clean sweep as well. We're about halfway through the current tournament bracket. And about halfway through, we're not right now starting. No more halfway. Egon going into the Vaxi. Already a good skirmish off going here. Not seeing any shield flares. Oh, there's one right now. Someone already taking a hit in the Dune Lizard, looks like. Also, Slayer taking a hit there in the Arc 170. See a little bit closer right here in this perspective. Already taking one shot to the shields. Turn around on that Rix, which I believe is Dookie flying that Rix. Dookie out of it. Slayer not giving any breath, but Slayer already taking a hit now in the back from, looks like Rorak. Aegon not taking a hit yet in that backside, doing a great job of staying evasive but keeping the pressure on. Looks like Slayer just got taken out. We're going blow for blow right now on these teams. Not letting anything get by. Oh, Noki's having a hard time over here in the Royal Guard Interceptor. Just taking a few hits down to systems. Armor's almost gone. Shield's almost gone. Chassis weak. Maybe got lucky on avoiding a fatal blow there as we see some more shots going on. Nokia, but it looks like that might have been the end of it. That was a fierce. That was fierce. We still going? We had some NPCs get involved in the fight here. Might be it. It looks like that's it. That looks to be a win for Team Cogig. Yeah, it does look like a win for Team Cogig. It looks like we're ready. Let's check out what AJ does here in the Heavy TIE Fighter, turning around at the start to follow behind his team to have support from the back here. Flying in, Tyrell already taking some hits. Let's move over to Tyrell's perspective right here. Shield's already down. Armor's already hit. Systems hit. Chassis almost out. There goes Tyrell. Coming around on AJ's perspective here. Flying up close. Now on Zuppy, taking out one heavy hitter, going for the other. Zuppy's team trying to give support here. Shield flare on AJ. Zuppy getting tagged there. Oops, somebody just bit the dust. As AncientJ comes around. Craig's still up here in that TIE bomber. But there goes Zuppy in the Ricks. And there goes Craig in the TIE bomber. Nope, he's still there. Sorry, he flew out of this explosion, so he made it look cool. I wasn't expecting that. Very excellent showy piloting from Craig and Team AncientJ, who looks like they just swept Team Zuppy. It's okay, Caltros. We'll have you come in Darth Vader style right towards the end of one of the matches and just destroy everybody. And then we'll have somebody come in on YT and shoot you. or reenact the end of episode 4. That's what your 5 mil gets you. A little bit of a fantasy. No promises. Talk to Incon about it. Looks like we're off. Over here, Spats coming in the torrent. These Spats can get behind somebody and start putting the pressure on. As we get a close-up shot here of Rough Rider turning around, whipping that Havoc around, showing us how to slide. Taking some hits in the back there, though. Just trying to do a snapshot here on who I believe is Beefy up in the Carax. Well, it looks like Spats is out of it, unfortunately, but we still have eyes here on Kurt and Rough Rider. Keeping our eyes here peeled on Rough Rider in the Havoc. Again, big guns in that ship. Ooh, getting some good hits there on, it looks like that was Hack that Rough Rider just laid into, and it looks like Hack is out of it. Team Slayer keeping the pressure on. Ooh, another one down. Nice shot by Rough Rider there, who's taking just the smallest of hits on their shield, and another one down. I think Team Slayer is getting hungry, and they're having their brunch right now as they just gobbled up Team Hack. Who Team Hack gave them a hard time last time, so Team Slayer's like, we gotta get it. We gotta get him this time. Yep, the leaderboard standings can change very quickly at any time, depending on how these matches go. Because again, this is round robin. Everyone's playing each other at least once, and then you're getting scored based on how many pilots. So the stronger your single team performs, the more points you accrue, the more you want. If we were to check out the leaderboards right meow, we can actually do that in between these matches. Let's move back over to the desk so you can get a good perspective of what I'm looking at here. The leaderboard is as follows. And first is Team Aenema, aka Gothama, Vivek, Maddie, and Weeza at 23 points. Tied for second, or tied for first, Team Falos with the Booty Hunter, Sionon, Vikar Madaka, and Ya. Third, we got Incon's team at 21.5 points. And Team fourth is Team AncientJ at 20.5 points. So all still very close, with fifth not being far behind Team Hack. So very strong performances so far. No time for that, though. We're going in. Civ in the Star Viper. Already falling up. Chasing somebody down. Looks like that's Vivek they're chasing the Y-Wing. You see it firing back there. It looks like Vivek just got dusted, though. Stiv not wanting any of that turret to be doing damage. It looks like another one's down already. I think that might have been Gothama there. Arheim still hanging in, taking some shield damage. Coming around here. Spinning around. What a turn. Someone firing a tube. Oh no, Arheim just ate them alive there in that last shot. Coming up and around, do a spin. That's a good trick. I think that's it. I think Team Arheim just went, we need a W. We got to start climbing this leaderboard once again. Yep, that's a clean sweep for Team Arheim. Congratulations. We have seen some strong plays from those turreted ships, by the way. Vavik doing work in an earlier round, and the Vasune also keeping pressure up with that aggressor. So shoutouts to Vavik and Vasune's gunners. Definitely not sleeping on it. It looks like we have our start of the fight here. Here's Ya coming on in. Already behind Beefy in the Carax. Who Beefy looks like they're dogging down Xenon right here. Already at 50 on shields and armor. But Vasune not looking too good either. Ooh, just take another big hit as we transfer over there. Shield 7, armor's gone, systems hit, chassis down. Xenon gone, though, in that Dune Lizard. Tense fight right up in here. It looks like Hack's taking some hits. Another tube going off there. Vasune and Spats flying wing to wing. Chasing down that Bellabub, which would be Falos. Trying to get a good hit on him. Vasune coming around, trying to get a better angle. Oh, it looks like that might be it for Falos. I think that was the Bellabub that just bit it. Yep, sure was. Oh, and there goes the last ship of Team Falos, I believe. Yep, that was Ya in their X-Wing. Excellent flying by Team Hack. Great teamwork there. Staying in line with each other, keeping the pressure up. It looks like we're off. Let's check on Ifei, who's charging in with that TIE Defender, as we were talking about. Shield flares on Dookie in the Ricks there. Shield flares on our Dune Lizard we're following Rorak, who's actually coming in nice and tight here on our first camera. Flying in. Ooh, Dookie taking some big hits there, I could see in the Ricks. Players staying around the middle point pretty well here. Cogig taking some hits here in the advanced X-Wing, though. See them trying to fly out and get an angle, but they're being dogged right now by, it looks like, Incon, the Viper, who just ran into the Cocoa Puff. Got to watch out for those space rocks. But it looks like Ifei bit the dust when I wasn't looking. Aurak doing fine despite seeing some shield flares earlier. No serious hits. Ooh, there goes another one, though. Dookie's still in it with that Ricks, though. Hanging in there. Aurak finally taking a hit for the first time. As these pilots start spinning out on me here. See if we can get a tighter angle here. Yep, on Nokisa here over on our second camera in the Royal Guard Interceptor. Ooh, seeing some big hits there. Rorak still got a little over 60% armor. Hogan's still in it as well. But it looks like that is a cleanup for Team Cogig. Sure is. Excellent piloting, everybody. That was a very intense start. Apparently, the match between Team Ancient Jedi and Team Slayer was a draw, as they ran out of time. Each match has 5 minutes. This is my first time out of the 3 server best pilots to see a match end in a draw. Spicer against Slayer, and they just couldn't kill each other. Again, we have the best pilots out here. We're going in there. Let's take a look at Spicer. Going in that Jedi Starfighter. Already coming in hot. We see Hack over here trying to turn around that heavy, that TIE Defender, zooming in on that. Far out. You can see those blasters flying. Beefy actually flying out here from camera 1. Going in, getting some good hits in. Trying to be aware of that heavy sick. Turn around to get an angle there. Those heavy 6 can be tough to pin down. Nice style 3, though, on that ship. Again, aggressive. Like those aggressive-looking ships. Hack in the TIE Defender, though, coming around. Has not taken a hit yet. Can see Craig fly by there in the bomber, as well as Spats in the Torrent. And Vasune in that aggressor. Shield Flare on Craig as Hack takes a swing at him. Hack now has some missing shields there. Coming in tight here, trying to turn around, get an angle. Spinning around. See Beefy over here, also trying to get an angle in that Carax, flying in. Duking it out, slugging against that heavy starter, which I believe is Viper. Now, the Carax has a pretty good get up and go there in the engine, but that heavy sick has some very tight turning. So turning around is like going to be a difficult situation there for Beefy, but I believe. And what I also believe is Hack is now taking armor damage, but surviving. Ooh, and just blasted Craig out of the sky. As Hack starts zeroing in on his next target. And it looks like Beefy just succeeded at taking Viper out in the heavy sick, leaving Spicer up here in the Jedi Starfire, just taking some hits there. Seeing some tubes fly out. Spicer turning around. Knowing they're being put in a tough situation here by Team Hack. Team Hack with the Torrent, Carax, and Defender coming in on Spicer. Hack coming in for a swing. Spicer not letting it go, though. Spicer hanging in there. This is a 1v4 situation for Spicer. Spicer, the last one alive of Team Ancient Jedi, getting chased down by the entirety of Team Hack. Can Spicer turn this around? At least pick off a few points for his team. Seeing more tubes come out. Spicer shaking him, though. One good hit on Spicer will be the end of him here. Chassis almost tapped out. Not giving them an inch, though. Hanging in there for as long as possible. Coming around, trying to pick a target. Trying to take a swing at Vasune there, who's laying on the pressure with that turret. Gotta be careful of Hack, though, with those big guns, but honestly, any hit right now on Spicer might be the end. Ooh, Spicer getting a good hit. Oh, but Spicer taken out by Team Hack in a very difficult 1v4 situation. It looks like we might be getting started here. Slayer here flying out. Already off to a big start here. Lots of nice shots ringing out here. Just a field of fire. Looks like somebody's already taken a few hits there. As Slayer moves out, try to get an angle, getting chased. Supported by Rough Rider in their Havoc. Incon over here in the Star Viper, already almost out of armor, shields down, but systems and chassis looking fine. Looking around, trying to find a target, while evading Team Slayer. Looks like Rough Rider's coming around that Havoc, trying to get a shot in here on Incon as they pass by. Looks like Slayer's also on Incon. Slayer taking a hit. Slayer holding on, then gone. Oh my goodness, 1% on chassis there. What a roll to take. But Incon holding down to that Star Viper, as I Spy in the V-Wing has gone untouched so far, likely keeping the pressure on and staying evasive. And looks like Rough Rider is trying to turn around. Ooh, getting some shield flares by Incon. Incon taking out Rough Rider in the Havoc. Vaxi getting destroyed. Team Incon look like they're coming out pretty dominant here over Team Slayer. We have an announcement to make here on stream. Let's go over to the desk. With completion of the end of round 9, we will be seeing additional matches today. We'll be seeing semifinals matches against some of the top scoring teams here. So we're going to be seeing over here, location 1, Team Ancient Jedi versus Team Incon. Best of 2, looks like. Well, location 2 will be featuring Team Hack versus Team Falos. Going over the leaderboard, we can see these are the top 4 teams going out to find a grand champion. And if the score is correct, which I think it is, that is a close one either way. 3 tying teams for first at 28.5. And And fourth place being 28 points? My goodness. These teams were well balanced. Holy moly. Fifth, 26, tied with 26. The top 6 places all being within 2.5 points and 3 tied for first. We have not had matches this close in the Server Best Pilots series so far. But yeah, we're getting a few more matches here. And it looks like we need them to figure out. We'll be going from semifinals to finals. My goodness. I can't believe it. 3-way tie for first. You need it anyways. Yeah, all these teams putting up really strong performances. Team Hacked, Ancient Jedi, of course the Booty Hunter, and Incon all up there. Yeah, we're gonna have unquestioning winner by the end of this. And we're off. Viper going in with the heavy sick. Semi-finals match round 1 of location 1 here. Picking a target, coming in. Look like they're going to Ifei in the TIE Defender, who's already taken some hits. Ooh, Ifei's already out, not letting them come in and get any shots in. Let's go over to Connie here in the X-Wing. This is the standard X-Wing, not the advanced. Lighter fighter, but more agile for it. Trying to pick their targets as we come over here. Back to Viper, swinging by our camera here. Looking for their next shot. See Craig out there spinning in that bomber, but they're taking some hits right now. Turn around. Everyone's trying to dog on Craig. Looks like Viper might be targeting Connie in the X-Wing, trying to get Connie off their teammates here as we see Incon fly out in the Star Viper there to the right. Turning around, though, Connie's trying to shake Viper from their tail here. Viper not letting it happen. Ooh, getting shot there in the front, though. Shields down to 50. Armor exposed. Armor hit there. Looked like a low roll, though, but must be almost out of front armor at this point for Viper as they come around. Trying to get an angle here. Connie having taken some hits. Let's move over and check out Connie, who is trying to get that X-Wing to work as we zoom in here. Connie getting dogged down right now. Whips it around, trying to shake him. Ooh, but it gets taken out as we come back to Viper here on our first camera. In their heavy sick as we can zoom in a little bit closer. As it looks like there are some people dueling up top above Viper, who's going to try and come around and get an angle here. Going in tight, you see shots ringing out. Spicer's still in it in the Actis, as we can see here. Coming up close to us, a little bit closer here. Incon trying to get a shot on Incon getting hit. Spicer went toe-to-toe with Slayer for the full 5 minutes in a match. So Spicer's in the zone right now. Taking out Spicer is no easy feat as Incon tries to get a shot in. As they start spinning a little outward from us. You can zoom in and get a little bit more of a shot, but they're turned to specs here as they try and get angles on one another. Spicer just not letting go. Spicer's holding on. Viper as well. Viper taking some hits, though. Ooh, Viper is out. Spicer hanging in there. Try pulling for their team. Looks like it's Spicer against Incon still up in the Star Viper. Can't quite tell. It looks like a 1v2, though. Spicer versus Incon and I Spy. I think up in the V-Wing. I gotta get my binoculars out. Taking some hits, though. Ooh, Spicer just took a hit. Spicer might not make it as they chase down Incon in the Star Viper. Incon's trying to give their teammate a shot here, which works. Spicer's out. Excellent flying by both teams. Very close matchup. We're going in, though. Here's Craig in the TIE Bomber. Let's see if Craig can show us what that Bomber can do with some big hits in there. Ooh, taking some shield damage already. And just scratching the armor as everyone wants to get Craig out of here. Ooh, looks like Ifei's already got on that TIE Defender. Craig trying to spin that bomber around, shake this tail that he has right now from Incon's team. Using the asteroid there as cover. We can see Ancient Jedi here coming back around as, ooh, someone just bites the dust. Losing another one. This is a fast one. I Spy here in the V-Wing. Not taking a hit yet. Craig in the bomber. Again, trying to get an angle here. Laying into him. Another one gone. Looks like Ancient Jedi's team's turning it back on Team Incon, who won the first match. Here is Incon in the Star Viper once again. We can peek into his cockpit here and see if he's giving us a thumbs up. Can't tell, but I'm sure it's not anything else other than a thumbs up. But it looks like we're getting ready to go in. Ifei turning around, getting ready for the opening joust, picking a target, staying behind. But I can already see Viper coming in behind them. Ancient Jedi behind them. Spicer behind them. They don't want that TIE Defender doing any work today. Team Incon's going to need to give some support there, which it looks like they do, taking out... Was that Jedi? I think they take out AJ. Ancient Jedi is already out of it. You see Craig there in the bomber off to the left side, taking some shield flares. Trying to get a hit in as well. Come back to Anonymous, aka Incon here, who is doing a good job of supporting his teammates, chasing down Craig, though, in the TIE Bomber. Craig just biting the dust there as 3 of Team Incon turn around. Ifei dueling, looks like Viper and Spicer. That's a tough matchup for that TIE Defender. But doing a good job of buying time, as Spicer is now contending with the rest of Team Incon. He's coming in to assist against Ifei. Taking some shield hits there, armor hits, another shield hit. Spicer's still in it, though. Ifei taking some serious hits, though. Up close here is Anonymous as somebody just explodes. That was Ifei, unfortunately. With Ifei gone, though, that opens up Viper and Spicer to start focusing on some other players here, but it looks like, ooh, Viper just taking a hit there. Some chaff going out. I Spy and Incon staying tight right next to each other on Viper, not giving him any room to breathe. We also see Connie here also trying to hit Viper. Trying to take out this heavy sick here. Flying quite tight. Spicer is still in it as well, trying to give some support to his team here. As we see some a missile coming in there. Trying to deal some extra damage. Which it looks like Incon's taking some systems and chassis damage there. We see some fire getting off right there. But he's coming around. Ooh, hit Viper. Incon got some hits there. Staying on Viper. Viper's trying to shake him. But also still has I Spy dogging him down. Ooh, there goes Viper, taken out by Incon and I Spy. And it looks like Spicer was taken out. Or no, it just moved off visuals there for me on my other camera. So we'll keep looking at Incon here. As I get visuals here on Spicer and camera too. You can see zooming in there. Armor's effectively gone. Half shield, so shields are gone on one side likely. Trying to find it back, but it looks like a 1v2 situation. At this point, Incon and I Spy versus Spicer. I Spy in the V-Wing, Incon in the Star Viper, and Spicer in the Jedi Actis. And actually, there goes Spicer. Team Incon taking the round, which I think puts Team Incon in for the finals. So I believe that'll be Team Incon playing against Team Falos in the finals here at Location 1, where Team Ancient Jedi and Team Hack will be playing for third place at the second location. Very intense match between the two teams. But it looks like teams are getting ready to head in. We're going to watch Mark Carbon Daka come in here in the B-Wing. A B-Wing making it into finals again. If any chassis is an underdog, might be that. Jousting with that TIE Defender, which should be Ife from Team Incon. Taking some hits there. But Carbon Daka came out with a glance here. Let's come back around, though, to Ya in the heavy Z95. Laying down the fire for their allies here. As we come over to Connie in the X-Wing. Having already taken some hits to the shield and already lost one set of their armor, but systems and chassis are doing fine. And it looks like we lost Mick Carbon Daka in the B-Wing, and we just lost Ya in the heavy Z95. Team Falos having a hard time against Team Incon so far, but still in it. Here as Connie coming in with the X-Wing, trying to keep the pressure on. We have Sinon here in the Dune Lizard, having taken at least one hit, but turning around. Ooh, just biting the dust there for Sinon. We have Ife in the TIE Defender, though. And this match is not over yet. We're still firing down on somebody. Connie's already on them, though, in the X-Wing. Ife flying out. Is this looks like this is a 1v4 situation. Somebody is in a very unenviable position there on Team Falos. Might be the Booty Hunter themselves. And it sure is. We found him on camera here, folks. The Booty Hunter up in the Bellabub. Haven't lost their shields, but only scratched on the armor. But in a 1v4 situation, these matches do have a time limit of 5 minutes. So even if they can't take out the Booty Hunter, I'm not sure if the Booty Hunter can get through 4 of them in this time period. But they are out for that booty. Ooh, getting some good hits there in on... looks Ife, but also taking some shield damage there. Ife's down to systems and chassis, though. So the Booty Hunter might be staying on top of them for this fight. Again, this is Team Falos that we're looking at here. The team lead, Falos themselves, going in a 1v4 situation against Team Incon. Ooh, getting some other hits in there. Falos taking targets and hits when they can. But having lost armor on one side, ooh, and then they're gone. That's a difficult situation to get out of. But it looks like Team Incon will be taking the first win of this finals match. It looks like we're getting ready to head in here. Watching I Spy coming in with a V-Wing, picking a target. Ooh, I Spy biting it early. Come over and look at Sinon here. So, I Spy's been providing a lot of strong support for Team Incon and keeping the pressure up. I don't think Team Falos really wanted I Spy to be an issue this time. But it looks like we're still hanging in there with Sinon here in the Dune Lizard, spinning around. And we have Ife in the TIE Defender. Still doing work here. Ooh, lost armor, though, on that hit. Low shields. Systems hit. I think that's Connie and McCarbon Daka. Yep, doing work there. Let's go back to Sinon. As I find us more targets here to keep an eye on. Zoom in here on Sinon and the Dune Lizard here. Doing their best to hang in there. It's like... Ya Yi here up close. Just taking out Sinon there in the Dune Lizard. Might be it for this round. Team Falos pulling out the win on that one. Yep. Team Falos come back for revenge. It's not giving a clear path ahead for Team Incon. We're going to the third match, everybody. This is to determine first place. Your judge just got bounty hunted. Wow. At the very end. Gotta add a little suspense. Yeah, see Caltros. I told you Caltros was gonna come in, Darth Vader style, reenact episode 4, and Caltros did absolutely came in, Took out the judge. Who's now flying back up. Let me see them go. He said, I am the law. Wow. Judge Dredd's pretty cool. I saw Ya put Lamau in chat. So now I know what that was about. It looks like we're underway here. Final match, grand finals. Carbondaka heading in. Let's take a look at Incon here in the Star Viper. Nobody dropping out yet. We're going, though. Incon taking some hits there to the rear, looks like, as they try and pull away. Try to turn around, though. Shake some people. Let's talk over here at Falos, up here in the Bellabub. Seen some more hits. It looks like someone on the left side was taken out. Didn't quite see who it was, though. Bellabub coming in. Getting a turnaround. I see Connie. Looks like Cianon just took hits to their Dune Lizard. But Carbondaka also still in it. Haven't taken some hits, though. Trying to get a shot, support his teammates. Zoom in here on the Booty Hunter. People using that asteroid for cover, trying to get some reprieve here. Anonymous, aka Incon, taking some hits again from Da. Or Ya. Sorry, I'm thinking about pizza. I'm hungry. Not as hungry as these pilots in this grand finals match. Spinning around on us here. The Booty Hunter closing in. Ooh, it looks like Incon is out of it finally. The team lead of Team Incon is out, but we're not done yet as the pilots start spinning away. Check out Carbondaka, who's been holding on tight this match. We can just check their stats there in the upper right. But they are a little far away for us to view. So let's go back to Falos, who is still going. Connie in the X-Wing at 50% on shields. Scratch the armor. But holding in there. Zooming in on the Booty Hunter here. Neither of these teams want to lose. Everyone wants to win. Big Carbondaka is still in it. Connie's still in it. Falos still in it. Everyone just not quitting. I Spy still up here in the viewing. Ya up here in that heavy Z95. Big Carbondaka taking some big hits there. Down to systems. Might be it for Big Carbondaka. I don't know if they're going to be able to peel out after that damage. They're still in it, though. Hanging on as they drift off into space. There's Big Carbondaka gone. We're going out there. So still looking at Falos here. That's our closest perspective. Everyone's got their eyes on this match. Everyone's starting to fly out, follow the action a little bit. You can kind of see a little bit better here with Connie's perspective, who just gets hit there. As you can see them flying between Yavin and Yavin Prime. Zooming in on Connie, though. X-Wing still holding in there. Just got a light tap to the systems. Are we going to... We're going... Ooh, there goes Connie, though. Going back to Falos here. I Spy up here. Let's check out how they're holding up here in the upper right. Armor's gone. Chassis at half. System's got a light work. They can keep working, though. So it looks like we have I Spy of Team Incon going against Falos and Ya, a Heavy Sick and a Bellabub versus a V-Wing. So the light fighters championing this final match, but it looks like I Spy is taken out. It looks like the winners of this season's Server's Best Pilots is Team Falos, which the Booty Hunter got down to 5% chassis there. Look at that. You were so close to taking him out, but he held on. Not to mention Ya putting in the work. But congratulations. Great fights, everybody. We're going to move over to the desk and cover the results here. All right, well, that is the Server's Best Pilots fights. We can see all the scores here. But let's go over to the leaderboard, which I'm not sure if it's being updated anymore, but we can see that there was a tie, a three-way tie for first here, which is led us to these matches, and we had Team Incon coming here fourth. Even though Team Incon was at fourth, they scratched out second place from the rest of these pilots by putting up a very good showing in the finals. Team Falos here, one of our three-way ties for first, coming in first. Team Hack coming in fourth, and AJ coming in, Team AJ, AncientJJ coming in third. And we can see that, I don't even have to scroll down to show you their ships. There they are. So, looks like the top teams had quite a good variety of ships up here this time. Last few matches, we've seen some similarities in ship team compositions that ended up here, but really quite the variety. We had TIE Bomber and a B-Wing as standout ship chassis on the heavier side up in these fights. TIE Defenders, 2 TIE Defenders. Not super surprised to see this ranking up high, but stock X-Wing coming up with Connie flying that one. We did see Incon with the Star Viper. Carax, Beefy's Carax. We saw the Torrent being represented up here, which is basically like a Royal Guard interceptor, if you're not familiar with the Torrent. We also had the Jedi Starfighter and the Bellabub. And we had a Dune Lizard up here. Yeah, and we had one of our two turreted vessels this tournament, the TIE Aggressor being flown by Vasune, also make it up. And again, if we go over the round statistics, we will see basically how they shook out in the final matches. Team Incon and Falos going back and forth. Falos taking it in the third match. Of course, Team Incon had to knock out Team AncientJJ, who was in the lead, or in the first set of matches here, but sent them down to fight for third or fourth against Team Hack, who Team AncientJJ did sweep both matches. But these are all very strong teams, very close. Looking further down the leaderboard here, we can see that the rest of the teams are also very close to the top. 5th and 6th, both 26 points. 7th, 20.5. 8th, 16.5. And 9th at 13th. We saw some different strategies deploy. We saw how those turreted vessels were doing. Obviously, the other turreted vessel coming in 5th, which was very close to getting into that top floor slot. I'll be interested to see how the pilots give feedback about this rule settings. I liked it. I don't think the turret vessels were too oppressive, and I think it gave something else to fly and fight around. So I like seeing that variety. And I also appreciated seeing all the participation. Hope to see some, if not all of these pilots return for the next Server Best Pilot. And also the pilots who were unable to make it, as it's hard to find a time for everybody, but hopefully we see some more pilots returning who were unable to make it to this one in the next series, which, if I had to guess, maybe sometime closer to fall this year, should return. Which it seems everyone's been having a good time participating and organizing these events. So again, we want to thank Inconspicuous for organizing and backing the event with in-game credits, as well as all of the organizers, aka employees that helped assisted with the tournament, whether they were judging, organizing, updating the spreadsheets, doing whatever. Doing a group Hodo at Yavin Mining. Oh, okay. And group photo. I was like a Hodo. I could try and make it out there. Oh yeah. Let me just pod. So we'll head down to Yavin Mining Outpost and we will catch up with everybody down here. Here's the pilots, everybody. Wow, look at you all. Good job, everybody. That's right, get together. Calm down. Booty Slayer, too excited. Wow, these are our pilots today, everyone. Great jobs, all of you. And organizers, I see organizers in there. Thank you for the participation, everybody. Love seeing those matches. Again, big congrats to everyone who participated. Very strong matches, great matchups, very balanced teams by the end. Great work, pilots, organizers, everybody. And thanks for everyone who came by and saw the live stream. Again, this will be available on YouTube. We'll cut out the breaks, all the downtimes. You'll get only the fights, and we'll leave in this final shot of everybody. Also, let's make sure to get your names in there. Look at all you. No erasure here. We're all welcome. Everyone's showing us how to fly. Caltros, that's not how you fly. You all did a great job. There's too many of you now. I gotta step back. Look at you all. Get in the lineup. You want me over there? All right. Again, if you ever want to if you ever want to participate or get involved with the Best Pilots event, check out the Legends Discord. Look for invites or ask for an invite for the Space Licks Discord. It's organized out of there primarily. And yeah, great job again, everybody. Wow.